And welcome back to part 4 of the video tutorial on how to make Pong. Please remember that this tutorial is largely based off on a Udemy course done by a person called Chris DeLeon, and he's an actual person who makes games and actually teaches people, and he actually has the Udemy course for free, so link in the description. So last video we went ahead and got our ball to bounce in both the X and the Y direction, and we got our paddle moving. Cool. So now we want the ball to actually lose if our paddle does not hit the ball, and we want the paddle to be able to hit the ball. So to do that, we can create a ball reset function. We are going to call it ball reset. And to reset it, we just simply set the canvas width to the middle. Well, we set the ball's X to the middle, and we set the ball Y to the middle. Easy enough. Okay, so other than that, we also might want to reset the ball in the beginning, so it actually starts at the center. So we can call ball reset on our onload function. Okay, so now we can actually get to work on moving the ball. So we want to reset if the ball hits the edge. Well, we can do that by checking if we hit the paddle. So if ball Y, so if our ball is within the dimensions of our paddle, so ball Y is greater than paddle 1Y, and if you remember our thing on our lesson on conditionals, this is why we use conditional. This is how we can use and. It's to combine conditions. So we also need to check the lower end of our paddle if it's within the lower end of our paddle. So paddle height. So if it is within that, then that's when we want to change our ball speed. Otherwise, we want to reset the ball. Okay, so let's check it. Go here, enter, we let it go past. Cool. Now I'm seeing one problem here. In Pong, if the ball gets past your side, so if you lose, it goes back on the other side. So that means we need to reset the, we need to change our x direction because we need to send it to the other side. So on our ball reset function, we want the ball speed x equals negative ball speed x. Do that. Try it out. And there we go. So now it goes in the other direction. Cool. So now we want to create our other paddle. So our player 2, because this is you do play against the computer, so we will create our other paddle. So we want another var paddle 2y, and we will set it to 250 because why not? And then we will go ahead and use that paddle 2y, give it the paddle width, but what we can just do is copy it, highlight it from this point, and copy it. We'll copy it and then paste it. And there we have it. So if we reload, the paddle isn't there. So we should check what we did wrong. Well, here's what we did wrong. The paddle is in our side. That's because we didn't change the x. So our x actually needs to be our canvas width. So we want it at the edge minus the paddle width. So minus the thickness of our paddle. And sure enough, there it is. It's on the other side. Now we also need to check the same condition for our other paddle. Well, we can just copy paste this code down here in our width because that's the side of our second paddle. And don't forget to also change the paddle 1y into paddle 2y in here, because this will track if it's within the second paddle's dimensions. Okay, so we'll go ahead and test it. See if we can get it to hit the other paddle. Nope. Come on. Nope. Come on. Nope. Please be nice. Come on. Okay, just trust me. For now. It'll bounce. So what we'll do now is we will let the computer move the other paddle. And we can do this by making the center of the paddle, of the other paddle, track where the ball is, So you can do that by doing this, giving a function, computer movement, and a variable called paddle to y center. So it's the center of our paddle, and we want that to be equal to paddle y plus the paddle height divided by 2. Then we want to check if the center of our paddle is less than the ball. I know how to type ball y. So we want to check if, oh, I shouldn't have put the semicolon there. We want to check if the center of our paddle is less than our ball minus some offset. And we can play with that offset. And so if it's within the, if it's not within that, then we want to try to correct the paddle. We want to correct the paddle to go that way. Otherwise, remember the else if from class, we want to get the center, make sure paddle to y center. We want to deal with if it's greater than our ball y plus 35 plus some offset, then we want to move it down. We'll move it up. So this handles. So if you remember, I told you that the 0, 0 is on this top corner, which means our 800 by 600 is in this bottom corner, which means that as we go down, our x increases. As we go up, our x, oh sorry, our y. As we go down, our y increases, and as we go up, our y decreases. Same thing with the x. As we go left, our x decreases, but as we go right, our x increases. So here we check if the ball is within a certain offset below the paddle. If that's the case, well, if it's above the paddle, then if that's the case, then we need to move the paddle down so it actually catches the ball. And the same thing goes with the other direction. So if it's above the paddle, then we need to move the paddle up. Okay, so we will do this computer. We will call computer movement in our move everything, because it's the function that moves everything. And then we will try it. And it doesn't work because of some reason. Let's see what I did wrong. Comment down below to point out what I did wrong. I'm just kidding. No, I can find it. Oh, silly me. I also forgot to change. Oh, no. No. The computer should move the ball. Well, it should move the paddle. Well, if there's something wrong, we can check our console, which says nothing. So everything's okay, but the paddle is not moving. Oh, sorry about that. There we go. Okay, so I did my paddle. Oh, Dodoy. Problems right in front of me. There's no such thing as a variable called paddle. We need to update our paddle to y. Okay. Silly me. There it is. So now our paddle actually moves. There we go. That's all we're doing for this video. Next video, we'll add the score, and we'll do some more fine-tuning, because as we can see, the movement of that paddle is a bit jittery, so we will try to fix that movement. Alright, so I will see you in the next video.